Well, as the weekend gets underway, weather aware, you're going to have to be this weekend. Focus on that if you can. Fort Mill already canceled Strawberry Festival. And that kind of tells you where we're at, right?
Yeah, and remember, lightning is a threat regardless of the storm is severe or not.
Yeah.
There's no criteria for a severe thunderstorm warning that includes lightning, but all lightning is dangerous. And if you hear thunder, you're too close.
Okay.
Remember, I've heard this many a time. You go to like a Little League game and someone say, I only heard thunder. I didn't see lightning. And you're like, you can't have one without the other.
Yep.
So if there is thunder, there is lightning. That is the sound that lightning makes. So if you can hear it, you get indoors right now and wait 30 minutes until you don't hear it again. That's really the kind of rule of thumb. And that will be the case for many outdoor events. The rain is okay as long as it's not a downpour that washes out a field or collapses a tent or have strong winds. You're going to see most activities could go with the light rain, even some moderate rain. But where you have issues is when you see lightning, hail, or wind. And so far, lightning has been our biggest threat. So far this evening, just light rain. The light rain's kind of scattered about the area. It's helping to stabilize things and cool things down. You can see to the southwest, though, another cluster of storms. This looks like it's moving towards the mountains and should miss most of our area. It might even stay in eastern Tennessee. But there's going to be another round of storms tomorrow morning. So when you wake up, don't be surprised if there's rain even in the morning when you wake up. An 80% chance probably in some areas, probably 70 to 80 in others. But temperatures hovering around 80 degrees tomorrow. And it'll feel hotter than that because of how sticky it's going to be, because those dew points are surging into the 60s, close to 70 by early next week. So it feels like midsummer humidity already. So let's get right to the futurecast. This will show you what's going to happen tonight. There will be some breaks, but then tomorrow morning, there's the scattered showers. There will likely be a bigger cluster probably in the middle of the day, then a break, then another round of storms developing. So there's going to be breaks. This is the thing. It's not going to rain the entire time. It's going to be broken up by some periods of dry weather for 2 or 3 hours. But the problem is when you get under some of these, they're going to be downpours, and the lightning risk is our biggest concern. Sunday, if the sun comes out, that would not necessarily be a good thing, because that would lead to some bigger storms developing and certainly a lightning risk, because the heat allows for the updrafts to get taller, which taps into cold air and ice crystals at the top. That's what creates the charge that creates the lightning. So I would not be surprised if we see more lightning late Sunday afternoon, evening, even though most of the day could end up being dry and sunny as we go into the afternoon. The rainfall amounts are going to be all over the place. Some folks will see nothing. Other places will see a whole bunch. You can see how varied the rainfall amounts are. These isolated thunderstorms can cause localized flash flooding, but it will not be widespread because of how scattered the storms are going to be. And you can see our hourly forecast for rainfall, and basically scattered to probable most of Saturday. But some good news for Sunday. Things are turning down just because the storms will be much more isolated by the afternoon hours on Sunday. Now, the rain chances aren't done this weekend. We're going to have some linking into Monday, maybe even Tuesday, and then late in the week, another front will approach. So this will be a pretty showery pattern, and it'll also be warm as we go through next week. But you see that cool air in the middle of the country? Some of that will be heading our way as we go into the early part of next weekend. Here's a quick look at your Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Again, scattered storms both days. We want you to stay weather aware for that just because of the outdoor activities. But next week, here comes the heat, upper 80s to near 90, but there will be cooler temperatures just in time for Mother's Day weekend.
All right, good to see, especially from Mom. She deserves it. Well, still to come.